today?
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing very well. So I saw in your chart that you have a history of hypotension,
That's true.
but it looks like it's been really well controlled recently.
It has been.
Okay, great. So I'm still going to take your blood pressure just to make sure that we're in a good range, and then we'll get started with some different interventions just to help with movement. Do you know what OT is?
I do, yeah, I love OT.
So you've had OT before?
I have.
Great. So your blood pressure today was 110/80, which is great. So the first thing we're going to do today, and unfortunately today we have a short session, only about 10 minutes.
It's okay.
But the first thing we're going to do is a program called BIG. It's about thinking big. As your condition continues, you might notice that your movements are getting a little bit smaller. So this is about helping you get the mindset and the feel for really big movements. And it has been shown that if you do that, as the condition progresses, your movements can actually remain much larger. So great. I want you to go ahead and you can go slowly at your own speed if you could stand up. Come over to this chair and just have a seat. Okay, wonderful. I'm going to take this, but we'll have it close by in case you need it.
Okay.
So the idea, as I mentioned, is to have really big movements. So as we're doing this, I want you to stretch your muscles and your arms as wide as you can, okay? So our first ones we're going to be working on bending forward. So the first thing we're going to do is get into our big posture.
What does that look like?
So that means we're going to be sitting up very straight and tall as we can. And you're going to have your legs open and big so that your whole body is just very big. Okay. So this movement starts, you're going to bring your arms up and back. Great, yeah, see, perfect. And then you're going to go forward, down and touch the ground. And if you feel dizzy at all, just take a break. Then you're going to go all the way up and then back. Great, that's very big, good job. And then you're just going to pump in and out like this with your arms. So this flexion and using your body like this should help with your lower extremity dressing, which I know that has been great, but maybe there are some times when you're having a little bit more difficulty with it. So great, we're going to do this again. And in the future when we do this, we're going to do about 8 to 10 sets. Today we're just going to do a couple, because as I mentioned, we have a shorter session. So ready? Let's do it again. So back, forward, touch the ground. Good job, nice and big. Up, back, and then hump.
So then when I dress and put my pants on, that's the movement I'm going to do?
Yeah, this is going to be helping us to mimic that sort of movement of the bending forward, putting your arms down, coming back up. Another one that we're going to do is going to be for standing, which I saw you did a wonderful job with. But this, as I mentioned, is as much for now as for later, because we have found that exercise is really important with Parkinson's. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your arms back, and if at any time you feel unstable, if you feel lightheaded, you can hold on to that, you can hold on to your chair, whatever makes you feel most comfortable.
Okay.
So put your arms back as you're able, and you're going to stand up as big as you can, but still kind of a little bit forward, unless you feel at all unstable. Great, and then you're just going to stand up big. We're going to use a big posture, standing up as straight as we can. Good job, and back down. I really like how you reach for your chair to help the guide you. That was great.
This is my past OT.
Wonderful. Well, you've been taught well. Okay, ready? We're Do that again. So arms behind you, big, arms behind you, wonderful. And then stand up. Good job. And then all the way straight. Wonderful. And you can have a seat. You did a great job with that. So have you had, I heard about an incident where you kind of got frozen, as we call it, on the toilet. Have you had some freezing incidences where maybe you're walking and you just kind of get stuck a little bit?
Yeah, it happens. The first time it happened was in the bathroom. I didn't know what to do, and now it's begun to happen like in doorways and.
Okay, and
things like that.
doorways are actually a very common culprit. So we're going to come up with, I'm just going to give you some strategies and we're actually going to practice one. So one thing that you can do when you feel like maybe you're freezing is to imagine yourself marching or to think about the marching sort of movement. So you can stay seated if you want, but I'm just going to show you. So when you kind of feel like freezing, you're going to activate a different part of your brain. If instead of thinking of walking, you're actually thinking about bringing your knees up and marching. That's one strategy. And another one that's very similar is to think of a rhythm in your head. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that can help you as well. You can also think of a song because those are very rhythmical.
So if I get stuck, I just think of that.
Yeah, if you think about something like that, that can help. That's just a strategy. Wherever you are, you can use one of those. Another one that is specifically for doorways is that we're going to put up strips. And they're just reminders. As you can see, I already put it out for us for today. So if you want to stand up slowly. Good job. So I've already put them out. So what you're going to do is just going to be a visual reminder to keep walking.
So I just look at it and see.
Yeah, and just think about stepping over it. So when you see it, just think to yourself, stepping over this. And this is a great technique also for when you return home. So you're just going to think of stepping over it. If you don't want to put tape down, another strategy is just to find a spot on the ground and think about stepping on it. Because the point is just about moving forward. So either way, if you put those the strips out, you want them about 18 inches apart is considered good. Do you want to have a seat back on your bed?
I'll just sit in the
You
chair.
want to sit in the chair? Okay, that's great. Do you have any questions for me today?
No, I think that's it. It seems pretty easy.
Well, it was great working with you. As I mentioned in the beginning, I'm Claire. I'm the OT here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me.
Thank you, Claire.